Hello everyone, I am Vivek, Jamval, team member LEXIS and Company, and my today's topic is what is Section 498A IPC. Marriage is one of the most significant things in the person's life which binds an individual. It is the social institution where both the spouse has a responsibility to take care and maintain each other. But with the marriage comes a burden called dowry. This is one of the social evils which is not new to the society and still exists. Dowry is the reason because of which women get killed, harassed, divorced, and suffers cruelty both physically and mentally. To ensure the safety of women which still suffered behind the walls of their matrimonial house, the Indian Penal Code 1860 was amended in the year 1983 and inserted Section 498A, which deals with the cruelty of husband and his relatives on wife. In India, matrimonial cruelty is a cognizable, non-bailable and non-compoundable offence which is defined under Section 498A of IPC 1860 in Chapter 20A. What is Section 498A? Let us discuss in detail what is Section 498A. 498A of Indian Penal Code is an Indian law. It was inserted in the IPC to cease cruelty against on women. According to this section, it is a crime if you are cruel to a wife or to your relative's wife. According to law, cruelty means any willful conduct that is done either to cause serious harms to the woman or make the woman mentally so disturbed that she wants to kill herself. B. It makes it a crime to harass women to meet any unlawful demand for any property or valuable security from the bride's family to the husband's family. According to the law, the person has committed cruelty shall be punished with imprisonment for 3 years and for a fine. Other laws for the protection of women from cruelty. Section 304B IPC 1860, Section 113A Indian Evidence Act 1872, Domestic Violence Act 2005, Section 306 IPC 1860. Types of cruelty according to Section 498A of IPC. A. Cruelty by unlawful demand. B. Cruelty by committing extramarital affair. C. Cruelty by not accepting female child. Cruelty by distressing litigation. E. Cruelty by false attack on purity. F. Cruelty by taking away children. G. Cruelty by inflicting pain. H. Cruelty that force a person to commit suicide. Misuse of 498A. As we know that women are using their power in a bad means and they are misusing their power. So what is the bounds that the court have misused the 498 section and tells about that how they can restrict the women. India is a patriarchal society where men are subjected as superior and women are subjected as a weaker sex. Cruelty to women by her husband or husband's relative was not a new issue. In fact, most of the married women suffered from cruelty because of dowry demand, and it got so severe that in some situations it became unbearable for a woman who is going through cruelty that they used to end their own life by committing suicide. The ratio of dowry deaths and cruelty by husband or husband's relatives is increasing, and to safeguard the same and to protect them from violence, 498A come into force in the year 1983. According to this section, the women who are suffering from cruelty by their husbands or husbands' relatives can file a complaint and the officer take prompt action. The offence is cognizable, non-bailable and non-compoundable, who gives security to women that they are safe. The nature of this section is strict. The women who are educated know that Section 498A is non-bailable and non-compoundable, and they misuse it for their personal gain. By using this section, a woman gets to divorce her husband or even gain money as compensation. Sometimes women use this section to take revenge or to get the power of dominance. The section is made to protect women from cruelty and to secure their rights. but it was misused, and because of its strict nature, the man who is innocent suffers a lot. It is humiliating for them as it harms their mental health or they become isolated. So, at last, or at conclusion, I would like to say 498A was inserted in IPC for the protection of married women from their husband and husband's relatives, but now the scenario is different. Many women took advantage of its non-bailable and non-compoundable nature and registered a false case. The court has amended the section, but still there are loopholes. The section defines cruelty and directs a punishment for 3 years imprisonment and fine also, but about the men who go through mental cruelty because of their wives. The law is equal to both men and women. There are many laws to protect women to ensure their safety, but there is no provision to protect men who is suffering from the domestic violence. There should be similar laws to protect harasses, husbands and his family members from the wife. Laws are made to protect one's right, but when the people start to misuse it, then they should face the consequence. Everything not a joke. There are women who are helpless and need help from such social evils. They are fighting every day and suffer a lot, but because of some women's foolishness, it becomes different to grant justice to them. The female who registered false case should be penalized with imprisonment and too rigorous that others will not take the provision as a joke and realize the seriousness of the problem. Hope you get benefit from this video. Thank you.